Peace and blessings, Gemini. Welcome back. This is going to be a general message for the sun and star sign of Gemini. How are my lovely gems of my eye doing? I hope well. I am sending you extra love vibes because I love you guys. All right. Thanks, Gemini. Your energy. It like woke me up in a good way, right? Like I was like, your energy is just you have a lot of energy. I was like tired before I meditated on your energy, and then I started meditating on it, and I got all this, you got like this giddy, like just you're ready to go, but you're balanced. It's like you are so on point. It's like you're constantly going, but you're going so fast, you're moving slow. Does that make sense? You're so far ahead, but you're like moving slow. So it's like, doesn't even seem like you're moving, but you've moved like, it's like that. Like there's some radical shit going on. What is going on here? Let's find out. Spirit, are you here? Spirit is here. No negative energy sent my way to my channel in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I refuse it. Get out of here. And only that in which is for Gemini's highest and best good may come through. All right. Spirit said 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. All right, let's see. Show me, Spirit, for my beautiful Geminis. What does Gemini need to see? Wow. Protection, wisdom, and transition with dreams at the bottom of the deck. A lot of you that's why you're moving so fast, that it seems slow. You've healed something. You had some higher protection as well. You might have healed something in a relationship, but it doesn't have to be, only because the swans are here. But that doesn't mean that that has to be. It's just an extra message, right? But this is protection. But this also is kind of gives me vibes of like the star card, right? So it's like going through something and then coming out like on top, because like you fixed something, and then as you were fixing something, there's like some kind of forward movement, forward thinking, and bam, it's like that because you're wise. The wisdom. So it's like going through something and then coming out of it, and it's like protection though of 2, right? Having the wisdom and the transition that it, right? Did you follow your dreams? Some of you also might be having more vivid dreams, more lucid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Your guides, ancestors, angels might be trying to reach you through dream state. Let's read from the book, shall we? Let's. Protection. Can I see that? Okay. The statuesque warrior goddess stands on the threshold between 2 worlds. Above her head, a halo shows divine consciousness. As she guards the mysterious kingdom behind the portal, a golden sword implies readiness for action. The creation of the sword is also a metaphor for life, as it passes through the 4 elements: fire, water, air, earth, to become an instrument of precision and beauty. Like the sword, we too must pass through initiations of life which test our mettle in times of adversity. Two regal swans, symbolizing the element of light, stand proudly at protection's feet. Swans also symbolize love, as they are loyal creatures that frequently remain with the same mate for years. The light of the sun and moon reflects the qualities of yin and yang and transcends the alchemy of opposites. By drawing this card, you can feel blessed in the knowledge that protection is at hand. Let's back up for a minute. The light of the sun and moon reflects the qualities of yin and yang and transcends the alchemy of opposites, which is, right? It's like going through something and then coming out of it. Collective sort of had something similar, but it was in a different way. Not the same card, but it was like similar, but in a very different way. It's like going through something and figuring out, like, you know, what you're made of, right? And then taking all of that as you're coming out of something and you're stronger for it and you're doing something else, right? But you are protected because you've protected yourself first, right? And then you have more knowledge, you have more wisdom too, but we're going to keep going. The light of the sun and moon reflects the qualities of yin and yang and transcends the alchemy of opposites. By drawing this card, you can feel blessed in the knowledge that protection is at hand. Try to discern why this card appeared today and observe. Perhaps you have been feeling vulnerable or victimized by the world around you. If so, be mindful of your thinking, as your thoughts can attract darkness as well as light. Your experience of life is a reflection of the quality of your thoughts, which drives decisions, actions, and consequences. Draw inspiration from the symbolism represented by the sword. The blade has the power to sever ties that bind you to toxic attachments, relationships, behaviors, or situations that no longer serve your highest good, that are no longer serving your highest good. On a practical note, keeping your immediate space organized, clutter-free, and clean is an effective way to protect your psychic energy. Be receptive to any guidance given during your meditations. Courage and strength are both virtues that help sustain us through the uncharted waters of change and transition. As the universe lights your course, be open and ready to act on any clues. That's cool. Now, this could be business, finance, career. This could be love. This could be self. I'm feeling it more towards like your life right now. I don't feel business in this. It's sort of like meshed between self, personal life, social life, family. There's like, it's just a change of self, but because of that, like whatever happened to make this happen, it's almost like, it's not like it doesn't matter, but it was the catalyst. That's what it was, because it matters. It was just the catalyst for a complete change of yourself. And when you did that, it then like you started, it's like you rewired yourself, right? And then you just, right, Gemini. That's why you were going so fast. It was slow, because it's like, oh, I understand now. I get it now. Okay. You are coming out of something and you're just like so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Like, like no more, like you're just, life is not heavy. Life, it's like that. It's something like that. Aw, Gems. And you have wisdom too. Let's read wisdom. The last rays of the setting sun fall on this portrayal of mythic Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, and her wise protector, the little owl, Athene Noctua. As stealthy night hunters, owls are revered as powerful totems. They have the ability to see things others miss. Coupled with an acute sense of instinct, in ancient Greek mythology, Athena was said to have a blind side on which the owl would sit, enabling her to see the whole truth. She wears a rose, symbolic of love and the marriage between love and truth. After all, without love, there can be no wisdom. Well, that makes sense too, because what is wisdom? It's nothing more than healed pain, right? I think. And without love, you get, right, yeah. Wow. Okay. By drawing this card, You are invited to contemplate the far-ranging consequences of important decisions. Athena calls you to reflect upon valuable insights gained from your life experiences, to decipher truth from half-truth. Wisdom is earned through the human experience of trial and error, and by trusting your inner voice over the voice of others. The willingness to learn from your experience and be objective about the mistakes of the past reveals the mighty value of wisdom. A clever mind can be an asset or an enemy, but it is by no means a measure of wisdom or spiritual intelligence. There is a world of difference between the two. In the words of Sandra Carey, never mistake knowledge for wisdom. One helps you make a living, the other helps you make a life. Ooh, I like that, right? If you find yourself in a predicament, Athena reminds you to use wisdom to quiet the mind and shine a light on which needs to be, on that which needs to be seen. Wow. And then we have transition. A Gothic stone portal marks the boundary between two distinct worlds. Standing off to one side, an etheric crowned figure has lowered her bow as she gazes into the distance. Her wings, though gossamer in appearance, are strong enough to carry her effortlessly into the sky beyond. She senses no danger and is peaceful in the knowledge that everything in life has a natural cycle which with many beginnings and endings. Clusters of roses and forget-me-nots, symbols of enduring love, hope and remembrance, surround the scene. The presence of this card indicates change and a transition between two chapters of life, inevitable endings and new beginnings, and the integration of a more expanded cycle. Two chapters of inevitable endings and new beginnings, and the integration of a more expanded cycle. Involve letting go of the past to make way for new growth and transformation. Whether challenging or welcome, the open door of transition is inescapable. This card invites you to trust the greater plan and move forward in the spirit of love and hope. Be honest about the old ways of life that no longer serve your highest potential, and concentrate on what you need to be balanced, vitalized, and connected to your spiritual center. Aww. And then we have dreams at the bottom, the overall energy. But it's almost like, is she hiding the dreams? It's like sacred or something, like she's standing. But it's also like the roses are the only thing that, the flowers, yeah, the roses are the only thing that are colored. Is she in the water too? Huh. It's like, something being mirrored too. What we don't deal with during the day haunts us at night, I'm hearing. But it's also being in tune as well, because your dream, she's here, but in the water too. It's like the dream world, something like that. Let's see. Dreams. Isis, giver of life and the diviner of magic, is depicted standing motionless in a haunted moonlit river. Celebrated for her archetypal feminine powers of healing, Isis was often portrayed wearing a throne-like headdress. Red is the color of the life force, passion, and forward movement, and Isis clasps a bundle of fragrant red rose petals to her chest. Like thoughts and dreams, they fall silently to the water's surface to be carried to a new destination by the river. Her inquiring eyes are fixed on the far distance, as if transported by deep contemplation. The surrounding watery blue landscape of river and moon represents the realms of the unconscious mind, psyche, and dreams. Modern times have seen the decline of sacred values, traditions, and spiritual beliefs that help keep us nurtured. Surviving the challenges of the physical life can be overwhelming at times. Our feelings of being almost robotically governed by the constraints of practicality, logic, and duty allow little time for what appears to be the seemingly indulgent and magical act of dreaming. However, a dream is merely a goal without a feat, and it is often through creative power of dreams that we find the courage to begin their realization. Many people will tell you that the greatness of their success began with a dream. The dream card signifies that now may be the time to make a significant decision or to rethink your direction and make some changes, which, however small, could lead to larger things. The inclusion of dreams in any equation can make the difference between a good decision and a great one. Be aware of the power and potential that this card invites you to explore. By investing your time a little differently and daring to dream, in the words of Sarah Ban Breathnock, the world needs dreamers and the world needs doers. But above all, the world needs dreamers who do. Aww, that's right. All the good ones, like all the like Tesla and even Beethoven and like Mozart. It's all a dream, right? It starts as a dream, maybe not in their head, but they envisioned something. They saw something. You don't have to be sleeping to be dreaming. You can dream the most when you're woke. I'm dreaming the most when I'm woke. I liked the word woke before it became like the opposite of what it meant before it was mainstream hijacked and like turned into some sort of projection of a gaslight and made it's really weird whatever they did to the word, but I appreciated it when it was when woke meant like awakened, right? Wide awake and well aware. Yeah, so this is about, well, I read it. Anything else? You got a soulmate coming in. I didn't know this was going to be. Is that why there was no love spirit? So I didn't feel love in here. I felt like for self, I felt like whatever you dealt with, I didn't know. But I knew that whatever you dealt with was the catalyst to what you're doing. And you are making your dreams come true. And in business, it looked good too. Like I felt that. Like actually, I didn't feel a lot of business actually. I didn't feel business. But I didn't feel a because but I didn't feel like anyway like love, right? It just felt like whatever you dealt with was a catalyst for. But anyway, putting all that aside, you have a soulmate coming in, 6 cups. Now a soulmate doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a best friend. It could be a family member, right? It's somebody where your soul, you feel an attachment to the soul, not an attachment. No. It's a connection. You understand, it's like that. A lot of times it's because you've had past life connections, when our soulmates come in at different parts of our life, right? So, and it's all based on free will as well. So like a soulmate could come in and it's like, okay, on this timeline, if this soulmate comes in, right, and it's like if you reject them, or it depends on all these different things that are going on, because a soulmate can come into your life, but based on what's going on in your life and between the two, you're either going to come together or you're not, right? Or you'll miss each other. It's really cool though, interesting how that happens. It's like, and then I'm being drawn to say this, and sometimes, soulmate will come into our life at a time that maybe it wasn't the best time, right? But there was no bad blood or anything like that. It's just like, I don't, and then it's like you come back together later, something like that. But it was almost like the soul connection was felt back then, but like you didn't really know each other. I don't even know if you guys like, maybe you briefly met. Maybe it was like one of those things where you just met someone, you had a connection, and then like, wow, that was cool. type thing, right? And then like you meet them later on and then you guys click. It's something like that. And I don't know if this is strictly love or if this is friendship, you know, I'm not sure, but it's a soulmate coming in, I can tell you that much. And that, my lovely gems of the eye, is what I got for you today. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if it resonated, gems. All right, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night, guys.